I've been waking up, ingesting an hour or two of mindless information, stories, videos, complaints, trauma, violence, lust, sex. My mind has absolutely paid for it. I watched a recent video from this neuroscientist who talks about the effects of constant stimulation on your brain.
But if you're overdoing it, and you're playing a lot of video gaming and you're blowing something up.
Give me a break.
Reward systems are being activated in your brain, and you start releasing too much dopamine all at once. And that burst of dopamine into the brain is more than the receptor sites have. So then the pleasure centers start recalibrating to a higher and higher level. That now the person needs the game, needs the phone to feel something. They experience a loss of pleasure.
So I cut it off to see if there's really any difference. This week, my sister and I will watch the sunrise and sunset every day, delete all social media, no intake of stimulation or information in the form of books, movies, podcasts, music, cut down on texting and communication. I don't really text anyone, so for me it's not really an issue.
I'm in medical school. I'm in my second year, so I'm studying for my big Step 1 exam.
And how many hours a day do you study?
Right now I'm trying to full-blown study, so at least 8 hours a day. I was like half-assed studying. I just didn't care, wasn't motivated, I wasn't like high energy focused. Wanted to take a nap all the time. Kind of sat on my phone scrolling through Instagram like 5 times a day.
So my mind's been just all over the place recently. My energy level is up and down. Some days I'm like really up and happy, and then other days I just don't feel like doing anything. And so I'm hoping in this challenge what will happen is I will reduce the amount that I actually need, and you start to enjoy little things throughout your day that you might not have enjoyed otherwise.
If they can't break from it and go from a narrow focus to a broad focus, like get out in nature, go hike, go get on a boat, open your focus and look at the sunset. You don't think that creates alpha in your brain? It does. Nature does that. The resonance, the Schumann's constant, is the exact 7.8 frequency of alpha brainwaves in training us to connection.
It's currently end of day 1. I feel really clear. It was nice, like immediately starting this, you just feel like amazing. I think the first day is kind of when you feel the most effect, because you just like get this huge weight off your back, and you just like are this free person, no one to reply to. I'm in my own world now.
So it was nice to get up and instantly leave the house and then watch the sunrise. It just really woke me up. So the second I got back from that sunrise, I was just full, like so much energy. Every morning, so much energy. I get at least 3 hours straight of work, not even pausing, just high focused. And it was so productive. I got like the worst part of my studying done early in the morning, and that was out of the way.
First day, amazing, felt great. The second day, I was like trying to find little ways, get stimulated, ingest something. Like I'm craving like new ideas or thoughts or something new in my experience.
If you keep shifting your attention from one text to another text to another text to another email to another Facebook, you're actually practicing a short attention span. And the rush of the dopamine combined with the short attention span becomes a very short attention span. And now the person doesn't want to learn. They want to be stimulated.
So it's been 4 days now, and then over the days, like my thoughts started to like relax a little bit, and I felt like I was more clear-headed, and just like sitting with your own thoughts, looking at the sky, doing absolutely nothing, I feel like rests you so much to where you can really just keep going, and your hours of studying and the hours that you're doing things are like 10x of what you could do. So I feel like cutting that out just gives your mind rest, and when you get that rest, you can just go and do the things that you want to do and you want to focus on for a much longer period of time. I think one of the biggest takeaways from this challenge for me was the ability when you cut this stuff out of how present you can be with someone. And like I can sit and have a conversation with someone and not be thinking about like what I'm gonna do next, what I'm gonna say next, just being completely there, and every conversation becomes like enjoyable. And you start to like see that like everyone is not like here right now. They're all living in the future or in the past, thinking about the next thing on their phone in another world. And no one is actually just like sitting there and just like fully enjoying this moment. And that's something I think I'm gonna take with me and practice for a long time.